Happy Saturday, Joe from Old Town Books here. Today is the day that we guide you through the store and show you what's new. So, one of the new things that we have going on this week is the Amanda Gorman book, The Hill We Climb. So this is Amanda's poem that she delivered at President Biden's inauguration. It's one poem spread out over one whole book. It's extremely beautifully done. And this has been a huge seller for us here. Even before we got in, we already had 8 people who asked for us to set one to the side for them. So come and get it. We've got lots of copies of it. And we've also got a couple of new books over here this week. We've got Brave Green World, How Science Can Save Our Planet. Lately, a lot of people have been getting into science stuff here. We've also have, this book has been here for a little while, Cosmic Queries, but it's really taken off in the past week. I think I've sold 3 of them this past week. It's Neil deGrasse Tyson. So yeah, come on down, get your new poetry book and also get some cool science books. And let me show you what's new over here in paperback fiction. So new in paperback fiction, we have The Redhead by the Side of the Road and Where the Crawdads Sing finally came out in paperback. So, and it's priced at $18, and whenever we had this book in hardback, it was always a consistent bestseller. In fact, it remained on the hardback bestseller book list for like a year, something like that, for a really long time. So yeah, come on down and get your Where the Crawdads Sing. And we also have a new to the store book, this Nature Girl book. So this book, it has been out for a while. They have recently revamped the covers of them and everything, so come down here and get some new books. Back over here at the poetry section, we have a couple of new books. We have A Little History of Poetry. This is a really awesome book. This one is more so a history book. It's got a few small poetry tidbits in it, and it begins off with the Epic of Gilgamesh right up to what's happening today. It's a really cool little introduction to poetry. If you have an English fan or a history fan, they might like this. And April is National Poetry Month, so all throughout the month of April, our poetry books will be 25% off. So come on down and get some cool poems. We've got, also, I really like these. We have these very small poetry books. These are hardback, and they're elegantly done. So these would make a really nice gift for either you or for somebody that you know. And that's it. Over here in our kids section, we've got a whole lot of really new books. And one of the cool new things that we have is we recently got a bunch of pop-up books. This one is called Pop-Up Earth. This is really, really cool. Check that out. Look at that. It's really, really cool. So we've got a Pop-Up Earth book, and we also have a 3 Little Pigs pop-up book. We got a bunch of new books from Usborne, and these are very, very cool. We had a bunch of kids in the store yesterday. They were playing with them. Yeah, these are very well done. So if you have somebody who loves pop-up books or somebody who might not have had a pop-up book before, I think these would be something really cool for them. Yeah, and we've also got a handful of other new Usborne books. We've got one that's the Finger Wiggly Worms, and we've got one of these books for a really young reader that introduce the different textiles like this, and you can also put your finger through it. And we also have a hide and seek frog book. This is really cool. So it's one of these lift the flap books. Yeah, so these would be really good for some young readers. And thank you very much for joining me for the video. And remember, here at Old Town Books that we do delivery, we have an online store, we can do curbside, pretty much any way that we can to get it in your hands. We're very happy to. Thank you very much. Have a good Saturday.